Welcome back, guys. This is Mike with Ace Cafe Bikes, and this is your last Monday morning mileage report of the season for 2025. And this is not the morning, but we've got some results to talk about, and then we've also got to talk a little bit about the year and the fun that we had riding these awesome machines. So let's take a look. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bikes on the list this year. And it all started May 2nd with a 1973 Honda CB360 that I had to fly down to Louisiana and pick it up from my buddy Eric at Motorcycle Rewind and ride that thing back. Now, it was a fun, sometimes scary ride, but we made it up here. And that 1272 was a one-way shot. But that kicked us off, and I thought, okay, if we got 1,272 miles already and it's only May 4th, shouldn't be a problem to hit 5,000 miles. We had the 2008 Yamaha Stratoliner. What a beautiful machine. Cherry candy apple red, or I don't know, it was a beautiful red. So much chrome. Had that deep throaty voice. Big 1900 cc's. I commented several times in the videos that we made for that bike that it was a fun bike that I probably wouldn't sell. I finally found the one. But after a lot of thinking about it, a lot about how nice of a machine that was, how much money we had spent on it, and how much other fun we could have with different machines if we sold it, I talked myself into letting it go. So with that being said, as much as we love the bikes that we have now, the only bike that we probably would ever keep is probably going to be the GS850, the machine that kind of started the whole channel, and Chase's bike. I mean, that's his. He can do with it what he wants, but that's not, for me, something I'm ever going to sell. The Suzuki we might take out of service. We might put it off into the corner and kind of have it be a showpiece, but I'm probably never going to sell this machine either. But everything else, it will be for sale in 2025 as we move forward with plans that we have for 2025. For 2026, it'll all be for sale as we move with the plans that we have for 2026. But let's continue with the list. So when we sold the 2008 Stratoliner, that gave us quite a bit of cash that we could kind of turn into motorcycles. Hey, bud. Come on in. Just doing a little video, that's all. What's up, man? So we sold the Stratoliner, got some cash, and we turned that right away. Almost that next weekend, we got the 1995 Suzuki Intruder. I've never had an Intruder, but always thought they were pretty cool machines. V-twin, really throaty voice, and that thing has so much torque and power. I like it a lot. I'm going to refrain from saying love as much as I can because, you know, I just love them all. That was a super fun bike. It has a few mechanical things that still have mechanical problems. With 971 miles on it, we don't really have a front brake. You got to pump it like 18 times before you have brakes. That front wheel, I think it maybe was a new tire, just out of balance, but eventually you just kind of got used to how the vibration of the bike was. Anyway, that was that bike. I mean, 971 miles, we really got familiar with that thing. And I really enjoy riding it. You went on some rides with that. You like it too, yeah? Yeah. But that left us a little pool of cash that we got this guy. So a few weeks after we got the Intruder, we got the Honda CBR 954. Now, if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you probably knew at some point that, you know, I'm over 50 now, and I've had this desire to be able to rekindle some of my childhood fun from riding, you know, Yamaha YZFs, FCR, Honda CBRs. You know, sport bikes was kind of my, I don't know, 20s. And I really enjoyed riding them to their limits, so to speak. We weren't shy about riding these sport bikes back when I was a kid, but I just wanted to feel not only that power, but I just wanted a bike that looked like it was going 100 miles an hour just looking at it, sitting still in the garage. And this one certainly fits the bill. It's an amazing machine. It's so much power. I mean, it's so much different than any of the other bikes that we have, which I think long term, that makes it a bit of a challenge to ride. And if you guys have sport bikes and you're like, oh, you're just an old man, you don't know how to ride them anymore, that may be true. And maybe it's just not my cup of tea anymore, but at least I took the leap. I went down that path. I finally found one and I bought it, and I've had all year to ride it. And look at the board, 964 miles. It wasn't me just buying it just to look at it. I mean, I actually hopped on it and went for rides. I like riding with Chase. I like riding in a laid back position. The Intruder fits that bill. And I also like the Cavalcade and bikes similar to that. I bought the Cavalcade purely because of the condition it was in and the uniqueness of what that time frame is, right? The Cavalcade is a 1987. It's the last bike that we bought that we were riding around on this year. If we jump up to him, I mean, we got 1,268 miles on that. It was so difficult. I could have just blasted past the CB360, but I wanted to hold that and let it have that top position because of the fun and the excitement, that journey that I had coming back from Louisiana. I mean, that deserved top billing for 2025. Even though it's the smallest machine that we have on the board, I think it deserved it. So we rode that thing up to 12 something, and then here just in the last couple of weeks, we kind of put a little bit more miles on it. But I had to stop, and then I had to park it because I did not want to catch it. But the engineers and the feats that they did, you know, this battle that Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, and Yamaha had in the 60s, 70s, 80s, it's just incredible. And I just love the passion that they had to build the motorcycles. They were chasing each other. Who's going to be the top dog this year? You know, everyone was chasing the Goldwing. And I think this machine, I had a 1987 Honda Goldwing, and it is nothing compared to what this is. So if you're ever looking for a unique machine and don't want to jump into the Goldwing ring, Suzuki Cavalcade, it's got my nod. It's a really fun machine. We were able to sneak on some miles on the old GS850 this year, 237 by the looks of the board. And to be honest, they're just, you know, neighborhood miles, just running them into town, doing what I call the loop, which is only about 7 miles, just kind of Sunday night, just get out there and just get a quick cruise, you know, done mowing the lawn, done doing something. It's easy bike just to hop on and just get a few miles in and just enjoy the ride. The 1979 XS750 is the only bike we really haven't talked about in this. And that was a bike that we actually bought about this time last year. Well, it was a little bit later. We bought that over Christmas break. And I had full intentions of ripping that apart last winter, but that will get its due this year. When we're done with this, that's the first bike that's in the garage. Well, maybe. There's some little bit of things that we need to do to the Cavalcade. We might pull that off because I think that'll be up for sale next year. And ripping the plastic off, kind of taking its clothes off, kind of seeing what it looks like underneath all of its hardware, that might be kind of interesting to kind of take a peek. But I think the carburetors need to be clean. We need to do a clutch service. It's a hydraulic clutch, so that needs to be kind of gone through. And there's one other thing I thought, once we had it all uncovered, we might examine a little bit deeper as well. But for all that being said, if you guys watched the video we had a couple of weeks ago, we really stocked up going into winter. That was a lot of fun. Chase was my old stenographer. He's writing down all of my notes. We got some pretty cool bikes. I think we're going to have a lot of fun processing. And this year was no slouch. I mean, 7 bikes that we actually had and were able to ride. That's a huge accomplishment for us. Normally we like to pretend that we do some good things, right? We do a lot of joking around. We've been trying to build a bike for 5 years, and we're finally going to get that thing finished. We're getting pretty serious on that. I don't know if you guys are noticing this in the background for all this time we're talking, but we've got the rear cowl that we're kind of putting together. We're going to be up next after that. It's going to be the exhaust and then the electronics, and that thing, I think if we keep working at it, we might have that thing done before Christmas. That'd be pretty fun. Put a bow on that. No Christmas presents, just the bike that's finished. That'll be pretty fun. The other thing that we're doing behind the scenes that we haven't really talked a lot about is we're buying some additional equipment for the shop. So we've got a shop blaster, we've got a bandsaw, we've got a drill press that's kind of in the works. But we're trying to make it so that we can actually have the tools to be able to do the things that we dream about. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun moving forward. 2025 was a heck of a ride. Nearly hit our goal. Almost hit 5,000 miles. 66 miles short. Man, 66 miles, Chase. I know, we should. But we're not. We're calling it just a little bit short. I was going to run the season from May 2nd. That's when we had the ride back, to November 3rd. But we're calling it short. I've got work trips. We've got weekend things. The weather is just taking a dump on us now. We're going to be only highs in the 40s. I know people are going to say, yeah, you could still ride in the 40s. Yeah, we have. I've ridden bikes when it was minus degrees. But remember, I'm a pleasure rider, so that wouldn't be that pleasurable. But you never know. We're not going to make it, though. 2026, so it's going to be a fun year for a lot of reasons. And we'll also have another riding goal like this. I think we'll treat it a little bit like work. We'll add 10% to our goal. And yeah, so 5,500 miles next year. That's going to be fun. I'm going to have to talk to Eric. We're going to have to put a trip together to launch the season again. We would never have made it if we didn't have a 1,200 mile weekend. Anyway, this has been a very fun summer, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed the content that we make as we transition now from riding season into maintenance season, bike building season, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be stuck up in the garage here trying to bang out good quality videos coming at you at least, hopefully, once a week. We'll probably sprinkle in shorts because we like doing that. At least I do. And yeah, what do you think? You got anything to add? Chase has been kind of quiet. Just been like I normally do, just rambling on. What would you like to add? Anything about your bike?
It's almost done.
Almost. I would say we're about 40% done, but maybe 45. Anyway. Well, I'm glad Chase came out to kind of join us for tonight's little adventure. I hope you guys like this little bit of dialogue that we had about the year for 2025 and the goal that we had for trying to hit 5,000 miles. Join us back next year as we try to do this again. 5,500 miles is going to be the target. We're going to have a whole new list of bikes that we get to ride. Join us then. It's Mike and Chase, Ace Cafe Bikes. We go. What do you think? 25 minutes? 14? Boy, that's not bad at all. Oh, what are you doing?
We have a secret bike.
A secret bike? All right, let's get it. What's it going to be? What? 222 more miles we can add?
Yeah.
We did it! We did it! Yeah! Oh boy. $51.56. Woo!